Tonight, an old Southside rivalry adds another layer. It's win-or-go-home time in high school baseball. 3A Sectional 28 underway from Roncalli High School, where the 6th-ranked Royals take on the Greenwood Woodmen in round number 1. Greetings and welcome to LaPinta Field with Rob Brown. I'm Nathaniel Finch, and with you here in an audio-only capacity tonight, a rematch of the postseason game a year ago that ended Greenwood's season.
Well, these two teams matched up in the semifinal of the sectional last year in a game that was played at New Pal. The Royals controlled that game throughout, winning 7-1. An interesting slant that won't have much of an impact tonight, but the Greenwood pitcher that evening was Joey Ortman, who is now on the Roncalli roster and may see some time in relief later on tonight. But that was a game the Royals controlled, much like the regular season game that was here about 5 weeks ago on April the 20th, when Roncalli beat Greenwood 10-6. That was a tie game in the middle of the 5th before the Royals plated 7 in the bottom of the inning on 3 hits and 3 Greenwood errors to open the game up. Greenwood then tacked on 3 kind of garbage time runs, as it were, in the top of the 7th, and the Royals emerged victorious. But you've got really, Nathaniel, two teams coming in with kind of opposite momentum, if you will, as the Royals come in winners of 3 straight and played an excellent game on Tuesday night in a 12-5 win over Bloomington North on the road. So the Royals played just 48 hours ago. You expect them to be sharper because Greenwood has not played in 8 days. Not played since the 21st of May. So actually they played a week ago last Friday, but lost to Plainfield, and that was their 2nd loss in a row and their 5th in the last 6. So you've got one team that's playing hot, the other team that's been struggling here in the last couple weeks. Royals, though, cannot look past this Greenwood team. But
to your point, Rob, these two teams already played, proved that it's a close game, and you can throw out that 19-5 record for the Royals and the 11-14 Woodmen record because it's postseason time, and we've already seen a close matchup between these two squads. It's the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show, a family-owned leader in quality produce since 1947. Delivering everything from organic produce to gourmet grab-and-go offerings. That's at IndyFruit.com. Rob sat down with the head coach of the Roncalli Royals and Tony Vittorio. Let's get right to it.
We're here on the Clubhouse Show with Roncalli head coach Tony Vittorio as the Royals taking on Greenwood tonight in the first game of the sectional here at LaPinta Field. Before we get into the game tonight, let's go back to Tuesday night, Coach, when your team was able to play a rescheduled game at Bloomington North. And I know you were very adamant about getting that game in as one last tune-up before postseason play. They got pushed back a day due to the rain midweek, but I know with your team posting that 12-5 win on the road on Tuesday night against a very good Bloomington North team, you felt good about what you saw from your team on Tuesday night to kind of carry that momentum here into tonight with Greenwood.
Hats off to our honorary coach that night, which was downtown Rob Brown in full uniform with matching shoes with the head coach, right?
Yes.
No, I mean, you said it perfectly, right? What were we looking for? We were looking to play, obviously, right? Because we've been rained out a lot in the last couple of weeks, right? And looking to get on a roll going into the sectional, right? I thought we had a really good game offensively, right? And we didn't make an error that night too, right? So defensively, we were right on target too as well. Pitching, got to get better, man. I mean, I thought Burton grinded it out without a off-speed pitch, right? Which at this time of the year, you better have at least 2 going, right? And then Ortman, right? Same thing. Kind of grinded it out too with just a fastball, right? We're trying to throw the off-speed stuff, but for both those guys, it wasn't working well that night.
Greenwood, the opponent tonight, you played Greenwood here about 5 weeks ago and won that game 10-6. That was a 3-3 game going into the bottom of the 5th, and your team put 7 on the board to put the game away. In your time as a head coach at all the levels you've been and as long as you've done this, when you think back to other postseasons that you've been involved in, whether it's conference tournaments or national tournaments, if you've been in a situation where you've played a team, you're playing a team that you've played before during the regular season, how much of an impact does that first game have?
Yeah, so our philosophy is a little bit different, right? Like it's like and I'm not saying anything about Greenwood. They're a really good team. They were really good when we played them early in the year record-wise, right? But it's not like us against Greenwood. It's us against Roncalli style baseball, right? I told our players in the dugout or after practice yesterday, like by the fourth inning, I'll know if you're playing Roncalli style or if you're playing against your opponent, right? And that's the key to tonight's game, right? Fourth inning, we'll see who we're playing against, ourselves or our opponent, and that's our challenge and goal for the rest of the year, right? It doesn't matter who you're playing, right? And it's go time.
Colin Ash gets the start tonight. He has been, if there's a level above red hot, that's where he is at the plate, hitting over 725 in his last 6 games. But the last time he was on the mound, you could make the case he was in the same disposition when he pitched a 2-hit shutout against Carmel here 2 Fridays ago. What do you expect to see from Ash tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he actually pitched like that in the county tournament, right? We made a couple miscues in an inning. We gave up 4 runs, but his last 2 outings have been outstanding, and that's what we're looking for tonight, right? Controlling his 2 pitches in the zones that we call them to, and hoping he can do that, unlike maybe the Colin Ash in the past, right, where he might walk a guy or 2 and strike out 2 or 3 guys, right? But we're just looking for him to pitch to advantage counts tonight, which he has done well, I think, really his last 3 outings.
Royals taking on Greenwood to open up sectional play tonight here at La Pinta. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Roncalli head coach Tony Vittorio. We're back with lineups and first pitch next on the Roncalli Media Network.
And you know what, Rob? Why wait? Let's get right into it. The lineups are being announced on the field. We will do so as well. It's a later start. It was scheduled, this game, to start at 7:30, but Rob, you and I watching the game prior knew there was no chance in any world where that was going to happen. So let's get this one underway, even though maybe a little bit later. Does not really matter. We will continue the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show, starting with your starting lineups. And the Mark Linder Real Estate team brings you these for the Greenwood Woodmen. With nearly $500 million in lifetime sales, you can lean on Mark Linder and his team for your real estate needs. Give Mark a call, 317-514-6275. The lineups for who will be the road team today: Greenwood, starting with their shortstop, leading things off in this contest, Eli Mason. Then the center fielder, maybe the best bat on this squad, Jaden Pierce bats second. Carter Williams, the first baseman, in the 3 spot. Cleaning things up and playing behind the dish is Sean Newitt. Batting 5th and pitching today, Blaine Reitmeyer. Plenty more on him on the way. Batting 6th, Ian Grismore. He is the second baseman. 7th, 8th, and 9th is as follows: the left fielder, Parker Jarbo, the designated hitter, Parker Cook, and then the right fielder, Damian Hoagland. And the guy at the bottom of the lineup but not hitting, he's just playing it out in the field, to be the third baseman at Caleb Leverett. With Rob Brown, I'm Nathaniel Finch. 3A sectional 28 action here. Round number 1. Winner will play Indian Creek tomorrow at 4:30. And then on the opposite side of the bracket, we wait and see what Shelbyville and New Pal do to each other tomorrow as well. Should be a good contest there. The sectional championship will be Monday, pushed back later because of some rain earlier in the week. That will be at 6:30 Monday evening, set for what should be a good contest today between the Royals and the Woodmen, Rob.
Well, you talk about the bracket. This is a 7-team sectional, so a little bit of a different format. There was a single game last night, Shelbyville defeating Beech Grove 4-0. Aiden Smith, the highly touted Kentucky commit, the pitcher for Shelbyville, one of the top pitchers in the state. He and Austin Martzal combined on a 2-hit shutout to blank Beech Grove. And so Shelbyville advances to the semifinals. You mentioned tomorrow against New Pal. New Pal getting the bye. In the 7-team sectional, 1 team goes automatically to the semis. That's New Pal. And Indian Creek advanced to the semifinal with a win earlier today in a game just prior to ours with a 14-5 win over Rushville. And we see taking the mound the senior, Colin Ash, for the Royals, making his 9th appearance, all starts. 5-3 is his record. 2.18 the ERA, 41 2/3 innings. That's a team high. He's allowed 22 runs, 13 earned, 33 hits, 53 strikeouts against just 20 walks. And Ash, his last time out was 2 weeks ago tonight, and he was stellar in a 7-inning complete game shutout, the first of his career. in 3 varsity seasons here at Roncalli, allowed just 2 hits and 1 walk. And of the 2 hits, only 1 left the infield. So he only allowed 1 base runner to hit it outside the infield and reach. Struck out a career-high 12 against just 1 walk. He was fantastic 2 weeks ago. And I think the expectation is he will be equally sharp tonight, as he has had, as we talked about in the pregame show, Nathaniel, he has had a laser focus on his in his expression here the last couple weeks. And I expect that to be the same case tonight as he's locked in.
So the Roncalli Athlete of the Year comes off his best pitching performance in that win against Carmel. He also comes off maybe his best batting performance. He hit a grand slam a couple of nights ago in that 12-5 win against Bloomington North. We are set for the first pitch here. The weather today brought to you by Whitetail Properties. Turn your real estate dreams into reality. 80 degrees and sunny. That temperature will quickly drop as the sun sets behind us. Lights are on. First pitch is away, and it is swung on and put in play. High up into the air, right to center field, where Ash usually plays because he's on the mound. Raider out there makes the catch, and that is how we get the first out of this contest. Colin Ash up on the mound. First pitch swung on, and 1 out already.
Ash has been so good. We've listed all of his superlatives, and we're just now 6-7 minutes into the broadcast mentioning he broke the school record for stolen bases on Tuesday night.
Second pitch swung on, sent well into right field. Making this catch will be Carrington Pitts, also out of position because of the way things shift around when your best outfielder is instead on the mound. 2 pitches, 2 outs. I'm sure Colin Ash would love to keep this up. He is going to have a nice, quick first inning if he continues this pace. Eli Mason out. Jaden Pierce out. Here's Carter Williams, the Woodman first baseman. And for once, we do not have a first pitch swung on. Maybe he should have. It's right down the middle.
Well, you mentioned the scrambling of the defense with Ash on the mound.
Swung on second pitch. Now 0-2 as he misses it.
Luke Baker, who played at third base on Tuesday night, moves to left.
And typically the DH.
Typically the DH, but he's in left. Luke Raider in center, Carrington Pitts in right.
The 0-2. Swung on and missed. What a first inning for Colin Ash. He'd like to keep that up. The Royals bring their bats out quickly in this one. 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. A 1-2-3 inning and a quick one at that. Back in a moment with Rob Brown. I'm Nathaniel Finch. We finish those thoughts after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
Looking for reliable HVAC professionals? Look no further than Anne & Bartram Heating and Cooling. Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, Anne & Bartram are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Anne & Bartram strive to be the best, so call them today at 317-889-9574. They even have 24/7 emergency service. Call them today, Anne & Bartram, 317-889-9574.
Looking to make your brand stand out? Turn to Business Art Designs, celebrating over 35 years in the sign industry since 1990. As the official sign supplier of the Indianapolis Indians, they bring unmatched expertise to every project. From eye-catching temporary signage for any event, to durable, permanent signs that leave a lasting impression. Visit them on Main Street in the heart of downtown Beech Grove. Business Art Designs, proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics.
It's a humid 80 degrees here at La Pinta Field, Roncalli High School. Your game time weather brought to you by Whitetail Properties with Bill and Jay Miner, your go-to real estate experts. Whether it's hunting, farming, lakeside, or just a home nestled on acreage, these proud Roncalli alums will make it happen. Call today or visit whitetailproperties.com. The starting lineup now. The batting lineup for the Roncalli Royals is as followed, and as always brought to you by Indiana Electrical Services, handling all your electrical needs, big or small. The pitcher, Colin Ash, who just had a 5-pitch top of the first, now will lead things off in the bottom of the first. Can he keep this game going the way Tony Vittorio has a smile on his face for? Batting second is the freshman Sam Kreiner, the second baseman. Gio Artizone, maybe the biggest bat on this squad, batting third. He also plays shortstop. Cleaning up things will be Aiden Hartman, the first baseman. Batting fifth, Luke Raider, today the center fielder. In left field will be Luke Baker. He bats sixth. Behind the dish, Dom Kroner. He bats number 7. 8 is Carrington Pitts out in right field. And batting at the bottom of the order will be Jack Kreiner, the designated hitter. Indiana Electrical Services with Roncalli alums Jeff Russell and David Moran, proud to serve you. Indiana Electrical Services, powering your home, your business, and your school spirit. And now the left-handed pitcher and batter, Colin Ash, steps into the box to try to lead things off with a base knock. Pitching to him will be Blaine Reitmeyer, and pitch number 1 on the way, left alone. It's in there for strike 1.
The senior Reitmeyer making his 10th appearance, 8th start. He's 4-5, the 5.98 ERA.
Pitch number 2 on the way, the 0-1. Swung on, drilled into right center field. Looks like a routine fly ball, and it is. Pierce makes the play, out number 1, and that brings up Sam Kreiner.
Reitmeyer's thrown 41 innings. That's tops on the team. Has allowed 51 runs, 35 earned, 58 hits, 27 strikeouts against 15 walks. His last outing was 8 days ago in a 4-inning start at Plainfield, and he took the loss.
And now he pitches the first one to the right-handed Sam Kreiner, who drills this one, center field. Pierce staying busy out there, just like the first inning started. 3 pitches in, 2 batters down. Gio Artizone now up with 2 outs.
Both teams swinging like they have a dinner date at 9 o'clock.
They're trying to get over there to Gallagher's.
Or maybe get a ride in on the Tilt-A-Whirl before they shut it down tonight.
The St. Jude Fest down the road. Certainly making parking tonight here at Roncalli a nightmare.
Yes.
Here comes Artizone up to bat. The team's shortstop, biggest bat. And he swings at the first pitch, and this one lifted high into deep left center field. Making the catch there is Jarbo. And just like that, we have a first inning with less than 10 pitches combined. 0-0 as we head to inning number 2, the first round of 3A Sectional 28, and it continues after this. With Rob Brown, I'm Nathaniel Finch, and this is the Roncalli Media Network.
Discover the Coin Index in Greenwood. Have you inherited a coin collection you aren't sure what to do with? Are you interested in investing in precious metals? Then the Coin Index is your ultimate destination for coins and precious metals. We buy, sell, and appraise. Located at 857 North Madison Avenue, just south of the Greenwood Park Mall. For expert service and top-notch selection, visit us at coinindex.com. The Coin Index, your trusted partner in coins and precious metals.
Gallagher's Pub and Eatery, your go-to spot before, after, and during all Roncalli events. As a family-owned and operated establishment, we take pride in offering a warm, friendly atmosphere where you can savor delicious pizza, fresh salads, mouth-watering wings, and a wide selection of ice-cold beverages. With 25 smart TVs around the venue, you'll catch every moment of the action and never miss a sporting event. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or celebrating a win, Gallagher's is the place to be.
Welcome back here at Roncalli High School. Tonight's key player is brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities. His name is Colin Ash, and he is currently on the mound with pitch number 1 on the way to the catcher, Sean Newitt. And the left-handed pitcher is swung on with his first pitch. It's lifted high but into foul territory and ultimately out of bounds. This is brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities. Pediatric occupational speech and feeding therapy for children from birth to 21. Going beyond therapy, unlocking each child's full potential at kidsabilitiesindiana.com. And here's the second pitch. And, Rob, you can tell us a little bit why he is our key player. It is certainly not hard to figure out.
Well, he is, as I said, he's been dialed in. He was selected for the North-South All-Star game.
Third pitch swung on, lifted high, and again foul. So after pitch number 2 went for a ball. Actually trying to make the play. He dove for it. It was Aiden Hartman. And it bounces off his glove, but my goodness, that was a Deion Sanders-esque run and catch, but it just bounces out at the last second, so 1-2 the count.
Yeah, Ash was selected to play in the North-South All-Star game that takes place at the end of June. That's a prestigious honor.
Do they play that at Victory Field?
No, they usually play that they've played it at Indiana Wesleyan in the past. They've played it at some college campuses, smaller college venues, if you will. But very prestigious honor.
He's set for the 1-2. Here it is. Down the middle, and he rings him up. A forwards K to end the first inning and a backwards K to start inning number 2. Ash is dealing. Blaine Reitmeyer, the team's pitcher, now steps up as the right-handed batter. First pitch low and outside. Reitmeyer this season, a .255 batting average. As he fouls this one straight back into the net. He was 2 for 3 with an RBI when these two teams met about a month ago.
Played second base that day, his normal spot when he's not pitching.
The lefty looks in and delivers the 1-1, but it's too high. Cromer jumps up to make the catch and sends it back. The Marion scoreboard reading 0-0 here top of the second inning with an out. And here's this next pitch. The 2-1 turns into a 3-1. It's a little wild again outside and high. Ash quickly right back to it. No time wasted. And this one just barely misses high and outside again. That's 3 straight there. It is a walk in the game's first as Reitmeyer makes his way over to first base.
Well, those walks, at any point in the inning, the walks will cause Tony Vittorio to twist a little bit in the dugout.
Courtesy runner at first base for the Woodmen is number 25, Colton Pauly.
Colton Pauly, courtesy running for Reitman over at first base. Can run courtesy run for the pitcher or the catcher.
Ash gets set to deal to Ian Grismore, the second baseman, with 1 out now and a runner on first. And a full swing and a full miss. Grismore, a .247 batting average this season. He does have 20 hits in his 25 games.
Pauly has 5 steals to his credit, so he can run a little bit.
Pitch number 2 misses. Tonight's game ball brought to you by Skip Cheeseman Dental Services. Smile with confidence. All your dental needs. Dr. Cheeseman at Skip Cheeseman DDS in Plainfield. Here's the 1-1 from Ash. Swung on, sent right to Artizone. Doesn't have to move. Got the first out and the second, and the inning ends. 6-4-3 into the bottom of the second we go. By the way, Skip Cheeseman online at CheesemanDDS.com. Back in a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Your vision from concept to creation. At Gemco Constructors, we're your one-stop partner in commercial construction, from mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems to building automation and post-project service. We deliver projects on time, on budget, and built to last. Innovation, safety, and service. Proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals. Visit wearegemco.com today. Gemco, building your vision. Concept to creation.
A confident smile can change everything, and at Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, they make that transformation fun, affordable, and easy. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, their expert team helps kids, teens, and adults feel proud of their smile every step of the way. With their convenient Southside location, Dr. Todd Hickman and his team have served our community for over 40 years. Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, transforming smiles, transforming lives. Proud supporter of Roncalli and Roncalli Athletics.
Marion University brings you the scoreboard tonight. Just 10 minutes from downtown Indianapolis, Marion, a premier Catholic university committed to excellence in learning. Excelling in teaching, research, and scholarly activities. Become a Knight at marion.edu. The score is still 0-0. We start the bottom of the second inning after the first 6 batters have been retired in order for Greenwood. Maybe a hair out of order with that double play a moment ago. But the Royals have seen their top 3 retired on just 4 pitches. Reitmeyer, the right-hander, deals, sends it inside, and it hits Aiden Hartman. This inning will start with a leadoff runner via the HBP.
Well, Hartman has 10 stolen bases. And when these two teams met 5 weeks ago, the Royals stole 9 in the game, tied for their 3rd highest total in a game. So we'll see if the Royals will run on Newitt, the catcher, who was behind the plate in the previous matchup.
Luke Rader, big hack at pitch number 1, lines it foul down the fence in left field. A fence tonight that is completely full all the way down to the bullpen with fans.
There's a great crowd here tonight.
Absolutely. Shocked that there's not more people down the right field hill. Everybody's staying close for this one. Here's the 0-1 from Reitmeyer. Tries to pick off the runner over on first. Hartman back in time. Didn't even have that much of a jump either.
Be interested to see on Saturday if there's a grill out there on the right field hill.
Oh.
I've heard that's a possibility.
Well, if you want to bring it, we could find someone to fill a couple of innings. Here's one swung on, sent foul.
That one got a piece of the catcher, knew it. So our home plate umpire, who, by the way, is Jacob Peterson. Trent Ross out in the field has the right side of the diamond. Michael Elder, the left side of the diamond. This crew will work the entire sectional. They'll rotate spots as we go through the games. This being the third game of the sectional, counting last night's game and the game earlier. All three after tonight will have had one game behind the plate.
Raider behind 0-2, infield in its natural position. Ball missed on the ground, stealing second, he does, and it is Aiden Hartman. He advances to second as that one was stopped by the catcher, but then lost in front of the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, and that's going to be scored a wild pitch, as Hartman did not break until that ball hit the dirt. So that's scored a wild pitch.
Raider sees the first ball of this count. It is 1-2. Now a runner in scoring position with no outs. Bottom of the second, Marion scoreboard reads 0-0 for now. This one looked like a decent pitch. It's called a ball, 2-2.
Luke worked 2 hits and 4 at-bats on Tuesday night in the 12-5 win at Bloomington North.
The break even from Reitmeyer takes a peek over at second base. Hartman doesn't cause any concern. He pitches and now makes the count full.
Well, that just missed the inside corner. Raider took one that was right on the edge.
After the Royals went down 1-2-3 in order in the bottom of the first. Now a chance, full count. Hartman on second. Raider at the plate. He swings and misses and strikes out at a ball that was inside and would have been a close call. Regardless, back to the dugout, and Luke Baker on the way up. First strikeout of the day thrown by Reitmeyer. You mentioned it earlier, he has thrown 28 of them now on the season. Luke Baker with a gaudy 380 batting average. How about his slugging percentage too, 718? That is really impressive.
Well, as you recall, and our listeners may recall as well, Tuesday was very rainy. And after the rain moved through, the air was very humid and heavy. So balls were not really carrying at Bloomington North on Tuesday night. And Baker scalded a ball that on a night like tonight in this ballpark would have been out by 15 feet. It turned out to be a warning track fly ball on Tuesday night.
Baker on the year with 4 home runs. That's toward the top of the team lead. Some action over at second base, trying to pick off Hartman. He's back safely. That was clearly orchestrated. The second baseman, Grismore, had moved before the pitcher even started winding up. But to no avail. The count is 0-1. The score is 0-0. Bottom of the second inning with an out. Breaking ball in the zone, swung on and missed. Baker now behind 0-2.
Well, you mentioned Luke's home run total this year. He hit one of the biggest postseason home runs in Roncalli baseball history last year in the sectional opener, the 2-run walk-off in the bottom of the 8th against Shelbyville that cleared the trees at New Pal.
This one swung on, sent, diving for it, throw over to first. It is not in time. A base hit just barely, but how about the job that Eli Mason just did? Going full horizontal to stop it from his shortstop position, getting on a knee, throwing it to first just a step or two behind. But that prevented what could have been maybe even an RBI double. Instead, runners on first and second. Baker reaches safely with 1 out, and up to bat is Dominic Cromer.
Well, not only that, it kept Hartman at second base because the ball was hit in front of Hartman, so he had to check up. So Hartman unable to advance.
Reitmeyer now has an out. With 2 runners on, and the first pitch misses low and away for Cromer. Dominic Cromer this season, north of 300 is his batting average. He has 17 hits in his 22 games. Splits time with Pitts behind the dish. But a big bat and a good glove. And here's the 1-0. Checking on the runner, Hartman at second. Throws it down the middle for strike 1.
Now, Cromer was 1 for 3 on Tuesday night, and one of his 2 outs was a line drive that almost decapitated the shortstop, Trent Friel, who caught the baseball in an act of self-defense. Probably the hardest ball the Royals barreled all night.
The 1-1 swung on and missed.
And it was a line drive out.
He also had 2 RBI in that contest.
He did.
So he's responsible for 2 of the 12 runs in a game that you had a uniform on and were at first base. Is that right?
I was cosplaying. I did coach first base for a half inning. It was a delight. No one was picked off.
Here's the 1-2 swung on, chopped down, foul down the third base line.
No one was picked off in my stint as a first base coach, and I got all the armor back to their rightful owner. Guys would come down to first base, hand me their armor, and then I'd toss it over the dugout fence. Very efficient.
You didn't have to get into a benches clearing brawl this time?
No. No. Fortunately, no.
Reitmeyer steps off the rubber to check on Hartman. Doesn't throw, so now we're ready for the 1-2. Cromer, the right-hander, with a pink and yellow bat, swings it around above his head as he awaits. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on, chopped down to the third baseman. Leverett, instead of trying to throw, tries to tag out the runner, gets him just barely. There is out number 2. He fakes the throw, doesn't end up letting go of it. So we've got a runner on second and now a runner on first. Cromer reaches fielder's choice and will have a courtesy runner, and it will be Max Kreiner, the senior. This season has 10 stolen bases. He's only been caught stealing twice. It brings up Carrington Pitts in right field today with 2 outs. Score still 0-0 up on that Marion scoreboard, bottom of the second.
Well, what started out as a golden opportunity for the Royals here in this inning is quickly shrinking with 2 outs. Still 2 on, though.
This one hammered deep center field, back to the fence, making the catch. Inning ends. Pierce with another nice play. That one was hammered. The fence at 365. It might have gone 350 feet. We'll continue this scoreless. Top of the third. Next on the Roncalli Media Network.
Need the job done right? Trust Indiana Electrical Services, your IBEW 481 union contractor. Proud sponsor of Roncalli Athletics, we're here to handle all your electrical needs, big or small. Jeff Russell, class of 99, and David Moran, class of 94, are proud to serve the community they love. And of course, we're cheering on the Royals every step of the way. Indiana Electrical Services, powering your home, your business, and your school spirit.
Score big for Roncalli every time you swipe with Indiana Members Credit Union. When you use your IMCU Royals debit card for everyday purchases, you're helping fund Roncalli High School athletics with every signature-based transaction. Get your Roncalli Royals debit card free with your free IMCU checking account. Stop by your Southside branch at 5047 Madison Avenue or any IMCU branch near you, or sign up online at imcu.com. Swipe, support, repeat. Go Royals!
Time for the Royal Roll Call. It is brought to you by the Kennel at Arbor Lane. Let us know you are listening. We shout you out right here. You can trust the Kennel at Arbor Lane to take care of your pets while you are away, where pets feel at home and Royals fans stay connected. That's it. Just let us know. You can reach out to Rob or myself. Reach out via the old trusty cell phone or on Twitter or however you can get a hold of us. Let us know you're listening. We appreciate it, and we will give you a shout out. Unless you're Tina Hayes, in which case you will let me know, and I will not shout you out because you hate it, and now I have, in essence, done that anyway.
Has that been banned?
She refuses to text me until the game ends and says, "Hey, I was listening, but didn't want my name heard."
That doesn't do much good.
Not too happy with me right now, I'm sure. First pitch misses. Second pitch down the middle. It is Parker Jarbo. Colin Ash threw 2 innings, just 17 pitches, making light work through the top 6. Here's the 7th batter, and he swings at this one. High foul ball, trying to make chase, but it goes into the crowd. That was the left fielder. And Baker, the left-handed Ash, back up on the mound now with a 1-2 count.
It's good to see the godfather of the Roncalli Media Network, Gary Armbruster, up here earlier. One of the founding fathers, as it were.
This pitch in the middle of the zone. It broke in and rings up Jarbo. And the third strikeout, the second looking for Ash. He continues to deal.
Yeah, Ash is locked in. We mentioned that at the top. You can tell by the expression on his face that he is at another level of concentration and has been for about 2.5 weeks.
His final postseason run in any sport for the Royals. Of course, a multi-sport star. Took the football team as the starting quarterback all the way to the state finals. And now with the first pitch being hit straight back foul for Parker Cook, here's the 0-1, the windup. Swinging at that one as well, same result. It goes back into the net.
That one hit one of the poles, holding up the net behind home plate.
Now the 0-2, Ash can play around. Some lefty on righty action. Big swing and a big miss, and another strikeout. Not only the 4th K of this lineup, but through the first 8 batters. Damian Hoagland now up to bat. He's trying to stop a streak that Greenwood does not want to see continue. Ash on the season now, 57 strikeouts. This one off the plate. Ball 1. And I did it again, Rob.
You run with it, my friend.
Here's the 1-0.
Run with it.
Some things you just need to have written on your forehead in order to remember.
You're all right. You're all right.
2 balls, no strikes. With 2 outs here, Ash. On Hoagland, it's low. And now 3 balls and no strikes and in danger of a second walk.
It gave me time to look for some shout-outs. And my guy Steve Kirk in Connecticut, he and I go back 30 years. He's got us dialed in tonight.
There we go. Underneath the zone, it's a 4-pitch walk. And that is how Hoagland reaches.
Buddy of mine from the Continental Basketball Association days. One of the top basketball, high school and college basketball officials in the state of Connecticut.
How about that? Eli Mason, first time up, lined out a hard hit first pitch swing to the center fielder Raider. Here's the first pitch. It is in there for strike 1. Mason leads the team in batting average, in hits. That's 347 and 25 respectively.
He was first pitch swinging to lead off the game. But Ash, the first time through the order, has struck out 4 but walked 2.
Here's the throw over to second. Will end the inning. And the streak continues. 9 guys retired in order, though a bit unconventional. The no-hitter continues. Bottom of the 3rd next on the Roncalli Media Network.
Comes to physical therapy, you have the freedom to choose your provider. At Indiana Physical Therapy, our experienced therapists will work with you to create a personalized treatment plan tailored to your needs. Whether you're recovering from injury, managing a chronic condition, or looking to improve your sports performance, we've got you covered. Take control of your health and schedule your appointment today at indianapt.com or call us at 317-449-2333.
Since 1947, Indianapolis Fruit has been delivering the freshest fruits, vegetables, and flowers to Midwestern retailers, bringing quality and trust to every produce aisle. With over 170 refrigerated trucks, a premium supply chain, and more than 3,000 SKUs, including organic, ethnic, artisan, and gourmet grab-and-go options. We provide a full-service experience from farm to market. Indianapolis Fruit. Produce a fresh experience.
0-0, bottom of the 3rd, Roncalli High School. It's the Woodmen and the Royals, and it is brought to you in part by O'Reilly Branson Funeral Home, serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion. Family owned and operated since the early 70s. Your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones. O'ReillyBranson.com.
Well, Dominic Cromer throwing out Damian Hoagland to end the inning. Cromer has now thrown out 10 out of 28 base runners.
That's a nice percentage.
That's a 36% success rate. That's unheard of.
And now Colin Ash has retired 9 consecutive batters, though he allowed 2 to walk, thrown out on the base paths. One via the double play, the other via that Cromer pickoff over to second. Jack Kreiner sees his first appearance at the plate. First pitch off for a ball, second pitch left alone but in for a strike. We're 1-1 for Kreiner, who hasn't seen a ton of time in the lineup, but he's been stellar when he has. A .350 batting average. He has 7 hits in 8 games. he's been a solid player when he's gotten his opportunity.
He's done well coming up from the JV team, where he spent most of the season.
And he shows his barrel as if to bunt, but this one well above would have hit him if he stood straight up. Shows you how much it missed off and inside. So now the 2-1.
And closing the loop on that Cromer stat, any number above 20% throwing out runners is a success. As Kreiner's hit on the left shoulder, that's the second batter that Reitmeyer's hit. So Cromer throwing out 36% is phenomenal.
Second consecutive inning with a leadoff hit by pitch. And now the lineup flips to the top where Colin Ash, who hit a well-struck ball to center field but was caught. He'll try to get this one on the ground and maybe move Kreiner around.
Kreiner does have a couple stolen bases, make that one, but he...
Big swing. He sends this one into the right field gap, trying to make chase and making the catch. Very similar to that first inning one where Pierce tracks it down and catches the liner. Now with one out, 0-0 still the score on the Marion scoreboard.
Well, the way that Ash is dialed in tonight, you get the feeling here early that it's not going to take too many runs. Like 2 or 3 runs might be enough the way Ash is pitching. So the Royals, 2 straight innings now, have had the leadoff runner reach. They've got to cash these in.
Sam Kreiner up to the plate. The freshman with his junior brother standing on first. The 1-0 as it misses low from Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer entering this inning with 20 pitches. Tries to pick off Kreiner. He gets in time just barely, and Williams wants to protest. In fact, Reitmeyer does too. He takes a few steps over. Did not like that call from Trent Ross down at first base. It was close.
Boy, that was very close.
That's one where either way of how it would have been called, I think that it would have been an acceptable call. It was that close. The 1-0 from Reitmeyer. He deals inside. And Kreiner wanted to stand there and wear it.
Yeah, that almost clipped Sam Kreiner's lower thigh as it came across the or just missed the inside corner.
Artizone waits on deck. Leads the team in a handful of hitting categories. Big swing and a big miss. The 2-0 turns into 2-1.
Sam had a couple hits and drove in 3 on Tuesday night.
The
Marions has really flourished moving up into that second spot in the order.
As a freshman, too.
Yeah.
Incredibly impressive. Breaking ball misses low and outside. We've documented his rise, Rob, as you and I have called a game just about at every part of the season. Early on, middle, and now here a couple late. Seeing his rise as a freshman has been incredible. And now batting second. Another pickoff attempt to get his older brother. Ball is loose out of the glove of Carter Williams. 3-1 is the count for Sam Kreiner as his brother Jack back diving headfirst into first. With one out, scored 0-0. Marion scoreboard. Bottom of the third. Throw out attempt over to second. Ball hits the sliding Kreiner, and it was ball 4, so it doesn't matter.
Jack is awarded second base regardless. But to your point about Sam Kreiner moving his way up, going back, getting the prep ready for this game tonight, looking at the box score from 5 weeks ago, that was back when Sam first started getting regular time. He was hitting in the 9 spot 5 weeks ago, but has been the consistent number 2 here over the last 3.5 weeks.
23 hits in 21 games played. Incredible stuff. This one off the handle, and it drops fair. Oh, he says it's foul.
By about a foot.
Boy.
By about a foot and a half.
That looked absolutely fair. That was close.
Yeah, that was the right call. Jacob Peterson got out from behind the plate, got a good look at it. Artizone was jammed and was able to fist it over the head of the third baseman, Leverett.
Artizone with a .473 batting average. The Bellarmine commit waits for the 0-1, and it finds the bottom of the zone for strike 2. He leads the team with a .835 slugging percentage.
That's robust.
That is incredible. What the percentage of bags that you collect every time you come up to the plate. So he's nearly a single on average per time up to the plate, which is insane.
Brandon Worley, the third base coach for Roncalli, stepped out of the way.
It's a battle here, and we've got a 2-strike foul ball to make it 0-2. 1 out and 2 guys on. It is Jack Kreiner, hit by pitch, now over to second, and his younger brother Sam walked in on first. Reitmeyer peers over to base 2, looks back, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on high. The catcher trying to find it, still trying to find it, makes the catch as he kicks his helmet aside. It's in foul territory, doesn't matter. Now with 2 outs, Artizone retired.
That was a tough play by Sean Newitt, trying to pick that ball up in the twilight lights. Ball was drifting back toward the plate, so he's got to back up on the ball. It's a difficult play.
Aiden Hartman up to the plate, hit by pitch, second inning, then tagged out on the base paths. In a fielder's choice situation, here is with 2 outs. The first pitch of this plate appearance for Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer, the right-handed pitcher, and Hartman, the first baseman, up to the plate.
Well, Hartman's a guy who's due. We talked about the ball that Luke Baker hit to the track Tuesday night at Bloomington North in that heavy air. Hartman hit 2 balls that off the bat looked gone. Both settled into outfielders' gloves. He was more than a little frustrated coming back to the dugout because he thought he had one. Either one would have been his first home run of the season. He's not a home run hitter by trade.
But he certainly can hit for average with a 3.38,
Yes.
2-game hitless streak. So to your point, he's trying to find the outfield here. First pitch ball, second pitch foul ball. It is 1-1. Reitmeyer set to deal. The shortstop stands right behind Kreiner, the base runner. Now he retreats back to his normal spot. They throw over to second. The second baseman, Grismore, can't apply the tag in time. A lot of pickoff attempts. A lot of mind being consumed by Reitmeyer on these guys on the base paths. And I think that's just the reputation of this run game.
A lot of psychology going on right now. Royals with 141 stolen bases in 24 games, one of the top totals in the state.
Swung on, nubbed into the dugout of the Royals. So now the count will be 1-2. Is that right?
Yep.
It is. 1-2 the count on the scoreboard.
1-2 the count.
As Reitmeyer looks to end the inning with this pitch. Jack Kreiner on second, Sam Kreiner on first, and it's Aiden Hartman to the plate. Here it is, outside for ball 2, and we're back to even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Mentioned Brandon Worley coaching in his usual spot down at third base. Mark Pieper, the veteran, at first. Coach Peeps kind enough to let me coach first base for an inning in Bloomington North when the game was in hand, by the way.
Here's the break even, swung on high into the left center, back to the warning track, and making, it's dropped. That'll score 2 runs. Here's the throw, relay, caught by the third baseman Leverett, who drops it, and that is how the score changes to 2-0. Roncalli with the lead as Hartman over on second. The 2 RBI double would have been an outstanding play, running backwards and over his shoulder. Got contact, but it pops out of his glove, and then a couple of runs score to make this 2-0 Roncalli. And the happiest guy in the dugout right now is Colin Ash, the pitcher.
Well, that ball was charged like the 2 that Hartman hit on Tuesday night. Results in 2 runs in. I'm going to guess that's going to be scored an error. Waiting for the official score. No, it scored a double.
It would have been an incredible play had it been made.
Jarbo made a long run to get a glove on it to begin with, but I thought he was going to settle it in.
2 RBI double for Aiden Hartman. It brings up Luke Rader. Doesn't swing at the first pitch. It's a strike. Swings at the second pitch and misses. Also a strike. 2-0 the new score on the Marion scoreboard. Hartman over on second. Reitmeyer checks on him. Here's the 0-2. With 2 outs, Rader awaits. Struck out swinging in the second. Hits this one off the tip of his handle, trying to make the play. The shortstop, Mason. The throw is in time. running well, passed directly behind second base, made the catch, stopped on a dime, spun around, made the throw across his body in time to the first baseman Williams. But the damage done. A pair of runs score for the Royals on the 2-out RBI double from Aiden Hartman. We head to the top of the fourth. What does Greenwood's bats have in store? We find out next on the Roncalli Media Network.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
When it comes to coin laundry, Laundry and Tan Connection stands out as Indiana and Kentucky's biggest and best. With cleaner, more spacious and user-friendly facilities, they lead the way in laundry services. But that's not all. They're also the area's premier tanning salon, offering top-notch tanning facilities at competitive prices and the best hours around. Discover why Laundry and Tan Connection is the top choice for both laundry and tanning by visiting laundryandtan.com today.
Welcome back to La Pinta Field, 3A Sectional 28. Round one action. Roncalli now leads Greenwood 2-0, and Rob Brown takes over on the play-by-play.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Top of the order due up for Greenwood. Eli Mason was at the plate when Damian Hoagland was thrown out stealing to end the inning. Colin Ash, first time through the order, striking out 4, walking 2, not allowing a hit. As Nathaniel mentioned, 2 big runs by the Royals in the bottom of the third on the 2-out double by Aiden Hartman. And the way Ash is going, the Royals may only need 1 or 2 more to be in good shape, but Mason is hit by the pitch.
First time tonight for Ash.
And the first time tonight in the top of the fourth that the Woodmen have seen the lead runner reach.
And now here's the question. As the first 9 retired, but with 2 walks, they were thrown out on the base paths. Does the streak continue? Does Mason get thrown out the way these other 2 guys at reach have?
5 steals for Mason. Pierce first pitch swinging, hits one down the right side. Pitts with a long run, can't get to it before it drops foul down the right side. That's the 8th batter that Ash has hit in 44 2/3 innings this season. Pierce flew out to Pitts and right his first time up. Mason has 5 steals on the year. That pitch is out and away, evens the count at 1-1. Andy Bass, the longtime coach at Greenwood, his 29th season at the helm. His son TJ, one of the assistants on the staff.
1 year at Waldron before he took over here at Greenwood. So, you know, I'd like to go ask him, you spend 1 year as the head coach of one program, and then you go to Greenwood. I wonder if he would have seen himself then, 29 years later, still doing this.
Inside corner taken for a strike, and it's 2-2.
It might have hurt it a little bit there. Some of the crowd going, whoa, because he had to move off the plate for that one. Umpire says it's good.
So count evens 2-2. Runner on first to lead off this top of the fourth. Royals leading 2-0. Ash delivers, misses away.
Rob, the perfect inning for a pitcher would be 9 pitches. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Ash has averaged 10 pitches an inning through the first 3. Beautiful quick work here for a guy that you don't want to go over 80 pitches because you want to see him on Monday.
And that pitch misses low, and Ash walks Pierce. So now the Woodmen are in business with 2 on. That was the first time tonight that Ash has gone 3-2 on a hitter. Could not find a strikeout to end the game, end the at-bat. So now he goes to work on the 3-hitter Carter Williams, who struck out swinging to end the first. Williams shows bunt, offered at it, missed it. As Hartman came crashing in from first base to play the bunt from the left-hand hitting Williams. Woodman down 2 runs, putting the bunt on. Nobody out, trying to move both runners into scoring position. Williams squares again. That pitch blocked in the dirt by Cromer nicely.
Yeah, well done there. That could have been disaster with two guys on the base paths as it spikes in front of him. But kudos to Cromer. He's back there for a reason. Pitts is a quality catcher, but Cromer's seen a lot of work behind the dish this season.
Ash checks the runner at second. Williams squares and bunts it foul. Hit the front of the plate and then spun back into foul territory, straight back over the head of Cromer. And now Ash ahead in the count, 1-2. We'll see if Andy Bass keeps the bunt sign on with 2 strikes. I'm going to guess not with his 3-hitter at the plate. But we'll see.
Williams, 5 extra base hits on the season.
That pitch high and out of the zone. 2-2. Ash having a little difficulty finding the strike zone here in this fourth after cruising, as Nathaniel mentioned, with 30 pitches. Through 3, and that time he throws a ball in on the hands of Williams, and Williams swings right over the top for the strikeout and out number 1.
And his 5th K of this contest already. He has been absolutely dealing, even though we mentioned the last few pitches, a couple have been missed, but he still finds a way to get the K.
Newitt, first pitch swinging, lifts it back and out of play over our heads. Newitt struck out looking to begin the second. So you go back to Ash's complete game start in his last time out 2 weeks ago. So in the last 11 1/3 innings, Ash has struck out 17.
Is that good?
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
One of my favorite part of sectionals around Central Indiana, so many great teams in the area, right? Seeing some of these pitching numbers. I mean, Mooresville's pitcher just 2 nights ago, 14 Ks in a complete game shutout.
I forget who they beat. Was it Columbus North that they beat? I'll have to look that up. That was at the Center Grove sectional.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to match up next, I believe.
That's
Mooresville
right.
and Center Grove.
That might be tonight.
That pitch fouled back. It's 2-2. Two count, 2-0 the score. Roncalli on top, top of the fourth. Greenwood with 2 outs, or 2 on and 1 out. 2-2 pitch on the way to the cleanup hitter Newitt, and it misses low. The count goes full for the second time in this inning. Ash facing a full count. Pierce is aboard in the previous instance when Ash missed away.
Newitt this season with a high strikeout number of 19, so Ash knows that. He's going to try to get him here.
Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. So the first 2 batters reach, and Ash has come back to strike out 2 straight. Now he'll go to work on his opposite number, the pitcher Blaine Reitmeyer, excuse me. Reitmeyer walked and was forced at the front end of a double play to end the inning. Whoa! That's called a strike. Mooresville shut out Franklin Central.
That's who it was.
2 nights ago, and will play Center Grove tomorrow in the semifinal. That pitch outside, a ball, 1-1.
You heard me exclaim there. That ball looked like it was about 4 or 5 inches inside off the plate. It's called a strike.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Ball hit right back up the middle. Ash to his left to field it. Will run halfway to first and underhand to Hartman to end the inning. So Ash hits a batter, walks a batter, and then digs in, strikes out 2, gets an infield tap out to end it, and 2 Woodmen are stranded. We're through 3.5. Roncalli up 2-0 on the Roncalli Media Network.
Heading out of town or just need trusted care for your pets? Look no further than the Kennel at Arbor Lane. With spacious indoor and outdoor accommodations, a caring staff, and a commitment to treating every dog like family, the Kennel at Arbor Lane is where pets feel right at home. From short stays to extended boarding, your 4-legged friends will be safe, happy, and loved. Give yourself peace of mind and your pets the care they deserve. The Kennel at Arbor Lane, a proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics. Visit thekennelatarbor.com to learn more.
At Kids Abilities, we believe in one simple truth: no limits, only possibilities. Our dedicated team offers pediatric occupational, speech, and feeding therapy focused on sensory regulation, building intrinsic motivation, and making meaningful connections for children from birth to 21. We go beyond therapy. We support families, celebrate achievements, and unlock each child's fullest potential. Kids Abilities, where possibilities become realities. Visit Kids Abilities Indiana.
Nathaniel Finch back at La Pinta Field. Happy you're spending part of your Friday night with us. The final weekend of May. Where's the year gone, by the way?
No kidding.
June 1st on Monday. Hope you've got some great weekend plans. Glad you're spending some Friday night time with us as the Royals lead 2-0. When we head to the bottom of the fourth, it'll be 6-7-8 due up for the Royals. Luke Baker, Dominic Cromer, Carrington Pitts. Blaine Reitmeyer goes to work for inning number 4. Reitmeyer with 42 pitches thus far through 3.
That's not a terrible number, but when you consider he only threw 4 pitches in the first inning, kind of shows you a little bit about how the Royals have been able to get to him here the second time through.
And the last inning was a 26-pitch inning that saw the Royals plate 2.
So he had nearly the amount of pitches in one inning that Ash threw through the first 3.
Yeah, Reitmeyer had 20 pitches through the first 2 and 26 in the third. He's behind in the count, 1-0 to Baker. Luke swings and lifts it high in the air, back behind the plate, but he'll drift out of play. Newitt gave it a cursory chase, but ran out of room. The proverbial straw that stirs the drink at Roncalli High School, Mr. Kevin Bonich, the principal of the proceedings, is browsing in the press box.
He's just looking for the free food, I think.
Yeah, I think he got confused and thought we were the elephant ear stand at the St. Jude Festival. Although if he wants to run over and get me one, I wouldn't be mad at him. Good to see Coach Bonich. One time, Coach Bonich. We were referencing Coach Bonich earlier, and we told the 2020.
Oh, what a pitch.
That ball's taken in for a strike, and the count evens 2-2. We were telling the 2020 state championship football flea flicker story earlier tonight. That's a classic. 2-2 count. Pitch to Baker. He waits on the breaking ball, but hits it hard. The left fielder, Jarbo, stumbled, corrected himself, and made the play. That was almost a circus out there in left field. But Jarbo able to steady his feet and make the catch.
2 consecutive high curve balls. The first one dropped in for a strike, and Baker nearly made him pay for doing the exact same thing, but they're just kind of off the tip of the handle, didn't get as much of the barrel around as he would have hoped, or that could have been gone.
Yeah, Baker was waiting on that one, but landed in the glove of Jarbo. Here's Cromer. Dominic hit a bouncer to short in his first time up. The shortstop, Mason, elected to tag the runner Hartman coming from second to third, so Cromer reached via fielder's choice his first time up. Takes a pitch inside on the inside corner. Whoa. 1-1 the count. Reitmeyer deals. And the breaking ball drops in. Cromer thought that was high, but it's called a strike, 1-2.
You know, Rob, you and I, when we called the Perry Meridian game here a few weeks ago, your habitants were playing, and it was,
yes,
I think both games started about the same time.
They did.
And we had.
That ball rolled on the ground to second, bobbled momentarily by Grismore, but plenty of time to throw out Cromer, 2 away.
We had wondered which game we would see the first score. Would it be Roncalli baseball against Perry Meridian, or would it be the Canadians, and was it the Sabres at the time? And
yeah, it might have been Tampa.
Could have been Tampa.
Might have been Tampa.
So that game went 3 periods scoreless. They had to wait for overtime. Our game went into 2 extra innings, didn't get the first score until the bottom of the 9th.
Correct.
Well, here the Hurricanes, unfortunately,
it's not going well. On our Marion University scoreboard, Carolina leads the Montreal Canadiens 3-0 in a closeout game in Raleigh. Carrington Pitts takes the ball in the dirt for ball 1. Yeah, so it's not going well.
The Canadians goalie,
right now.
They didn't want to do the repeat of last game and let Roncalli score first. They put up 3 before we got 2 here.
This same thing happened 2 nights ago. 3 goals in the first period by the Canadians. The 1-0 Carrington Pitts takes inside a ball.
I would have a few more words for you if I was not an Avalanche fan.
Yeah, we're both kind of on shaky ground. We're both on shaky ground at this point. Pitts ahead in the count, 2-0. 2 outs in this bottom of the fourth. Pitts slams the breaking ball, but a diving play by Eli Mason. The shortstop going to his left, lays out and makes the play. That's the second straight inning that Mason has ended the inning on a stellar defensive play. Hang a star on that one. We're through 4. Roncalli leads Greenwood 2-0 in this 3A sectional first-round contest. Back in a moment on the Roncalli Media Network.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Since 1988, McGee & Company Fine Jewelers has been Greenwood's trusted, family-owned jeweler, helping you celebrate life's most memorable moments. From bridal sales and insurance appraisals to custom designs and expert repairs, we're a full-service jewelry store. And if you don't see exactly what you're dreaming of, our award-winning designers will create it just for you. McGee & Company Fine Jewelers, built on service, dedicated to quality. Visit us at 880 U.S. Highway 31 North in Greenwood, just across from the Greenwood Park Mall, or online at mcgeejewelers.com.
Colin Ash on for his 5th inning of work as we move quickly to the 5th inning. This is a fast-moving game. We're in the 5th and not even an hour deep. Ian Grismore, the number 6 hitter, will lead it off, the second baseman for Greenwood. Grismore grounded into a double play his first time up to end the second. First pitch swinging, a line drive right at Artizone. He had to move one step to his left and easily secures that one for out number 1.
2 straight L6s here. Of course, the shortstop for Greenwood, and Mason just did the same thing. Maybe this one a little less spectacular, but it goes down in the scorebook the same way.
Can I just make the observation as Jarbo takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1? Can I make the observation how thrilled I am to be working, not just with you, but be working with someone who knows how to keep score. That was a constant battle with my previous baseball partner, who will remain nameless, who I had to teach how to keep score while we were calling the game.
Well, you didn't.
Jarbo fouls that one back.
You didn't teach him to keep score in basketball either. I know that.
No, I taught him a lot of things, but keeping score was not one of them. I didn't think that should be on the list, but Jarbo takes the pitch on the outside. Cromer framed it there, thinking it was strike 3 looking, but called the ball 1-2.
He will be back for football season.
He will be.
So
he being Jimmy Cook, whom we are referring to.
Allowing me to take the reins for winter and spring.
That pitch is taken for strike 3. Ash had to wait a pitch, but he gets Jarbo looking for the second time tonight. That's strikeout number 7. 7, thank you.
You just wanted to say it.
I thought it was, oh, gosh. Oh, thank goodness I don't have young kids in the house anymore. That would be driving me crazy. Here's Parker Cook, who struck out the first time up. Yeah, Jimmy Cook and Dan Lauk, one of the best football duos in the state on Friday nights. Will be back with you. Boy, August, that week 1 game up in Fort Wayne against Bishop Dwenger, a rematch of the state championship game. That'll be here before we know it.
I will say, Rob, they clearly don't keep you in the loop. Dan taking a little step back.
Okay.
So he will call some games, but he will not be the game caller with Jimmy.
Okay. That pitch is swung on and missed, but it squirts out in front of the plate. Cromer has to go down to first and make the put out the hard way. Still a strikeout. 2 in the inning for Ash. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. The Royals on top 2-0 on the Roncalli Media Network.
Family owned and operated since 1971, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Service and Crematory has been dedicated to serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion. The staff at O'Reilly Branson are experts in pre-planning, cremation, and at-need funeral arrangements, and have a long history of supporting your Roncalli Royals. Your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones. For more information, visit O'ReillyBranson.com. O'Reilly Branson, where our Catholic family serves your Catholic family.
No one cares about your home as much as you do. You deserve to be comfortable and know you're receiving expert care. That's why Peterman is dedicated to service with significance. We provide continuous support and training to our field professionals, helping them be experts in their fields. We listen to you to give you the best possible service so you can feel confident in your home. Next time you need heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, let Peterman handle it.
Back at La Pinta Field, we move to the bottom of the fifth as the sun has set here on the south side, just closing in on 9:30 local time. Royals leading Greenwood in this round one affair in sectional 3A play, 2-0. Roncalli has 9-1-2 due up. Jack Kreiner, Colin Ash, Sam Kreiner.
I know this is bad to say, and this is going to come. I know it's going to come back and bite me, but Ash is not allowed a hit yet this contest on the mound.
He has not. He has not. I thought you were going to say something horrible when you prefaced that there. What's the Kreiner swings over the top of that one. Jack Kreiner should say strike one. What's the old line from Talladega Nights? Just because you start a sentence with no offense doesn't mean you can say something horrible afterwards.
Sure it does. It's like saying all due respect, and you can be as disrespectful as you want.
As you choose to be. That's right. 0-1 the count to Jack Kreiner. Fisted foul near the Greenwood dugout. He's down 0-2 is Kreiner. Jack scored, was hit by a pitch and scored just ahead of his younger brother Sam. They both scored on the Aiden Hartman 2-out double.
The Kreiner Law Firm to change the Marion scoreboard.
Yep, that has accounted for the only 2 runs of the game thus far. Pitch taken up. 1-2.
And ironically, Max Kreiner was on the base paths just before that, but that was to end the second inning.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been fun if he was on to load the bases with Kreiners.
That ball's lifted into short left field. Mason, the shortstop, drifting out. A one-handed for out number 1. Mason's been involved in several putouts and plays over at shortstop. Back to the top, and Colin Ash, who has hit 2 balls hard to right center field, but both balls have landed in the glove of the center fielder, Jaden Pierce.
We talked about how he is due. Well, he hit a grand slam on Tuesday, but as far as the quality of balls that he has sent out to be caught, eventually one's going to fall.
Breaking ball drops in for a strike. Ash taking all the way. Ash came into tonight in his last 6 games hitting .737.
Jeez.
14 out of 19. But 0 for 2
incredible.
tonight.
In the big news, he was set to go to Valparaiso and just opened up his recruitment, right?
Yes. And it's only rumor at this point, but the schools that we hear are reaching out are in a high class
big time
of caliber. Ash waits on that breaking ball and slaps it the other way, fouling out of play into the cluster of folks who are milling about down the left field fence. Huge crowd down there in that left field corner. Congregating, enjoying what is a pleasant evening. 80 degrees at game time, but it's cool and not quite comfortable once the sun went down. That pitch in the dirt, blocked by Newitt, 1-2.
So this is out of the last 5 years, the 3rd time that this tournament has been held here at Roncalli. And, I mean, we couldn't have asked for better weather these next few days. Of course, kind of got pushed out with a little bit of weather we had to start the tournament on Wednesday. But now it's kind of all systems go for the next week.
Yep. That pitch taken outside 2-2, and I've got another number for that to expound on that here in a moment. 2-2 pitch. Ash waits and fouls it again, this time down the right side. Mark Pieper gave that a cursory wave as it skipped by. Peeps is way too old to be making that play. 2-2. 1 out. Royals lead 2-0. Bottom 5. Ash digging in the left-hand batter's box. Pitch outside. A ball, and the count goes full. This is the 10th time that Roncalli has hosted a baseball sectional. And the Royals attempting to do something that has not been done frequently, and that is one in the previous 9 times have the Royals hosted a sectional and grabbed the trophy. Ash goes the other way, hits a roller to third, long throw across, Ash hustling, but can't beat the throw. And he's put out 5-3. Leverett making the play, the freshman third baseman, 2 away. So the Royals have hosted the sectional 9 times prior to this season, and the only time the Royals were victorious when hosting the sectional was back in 2017, the year following the 2016 state championship team. A lot of those guys came back the next year, namely Nick Schnell, who's currently in AAA with the Padres. The El Paso Chihuahuas, as it were.
How about that?
Yeah. Playing right field. I believe he's second in the International League in home runs with 8. Sam Kreiner takes the first 2 pitches outside. The first pitch was called a strike.
You were one heck of an encyclopedia, my partner.
I have a photographic memory, my friend. Appreciate that. And we were talking about Nick Schnell the other day, and would love to see him get. He's struggling at the plate, though. The batting average in the low 210s. A lot of strikeouts, so trying to get things tightened up. But, boy, what a thrill it would be to see Nick Schnell, without question, the greatest baseball player in Roncalli history, make it to the big leagues. That pitch is taken up, and Kreiner works a 4-pitch walk with 2 away.
Second time in a row he's done that.
It's tough to describe what it was like when Schnell was here. When the Royals would be taking batting practice, at 4 o'clock, an hour after school, and there's 20 big league scouts behind the plate.
So the parking lot was about as crowded for a regular season game as it is now with the St. Jude Fest across the street, too.
Yeah, it's like the parking lot at Ruoff here tonight. 1 on, 2 outs, 2-0 to score, bottom of the 5th.
Rob, you would have got home quicker last night if you walked home after that game.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Artizone looking for a hit, has hit 2 balls. 1 ball hard to the outfield. Second one was a pop-up behind the plate foul caught by the catcher, knew it. He's down the count 0-1 is Artizone. Throw over, Sam Kreiner back on his stomach safely. Royals would certainly feel more comfortable with another insurance run or 2 before Ash hits the final 2 innings of this game. That ball's in the dirt. That gives Kreiner enough time to hustle down to second, and Sammy's in safely.
Well done.
That's likely going to be a wild pitch because Sam did not break until that ball hit the dirt. So the Royals still looking for their first official stolen base. It is indeed a wild pitch.
And Kreiner with a gasp because he's got 18 stolen bases already this season. That is a pretty impressive number to put up as a freshman.
Artizone calls time. Base hit here would score a run.
How about Artizone? We talked about his batting average, .473. It's better with runners in scoring position at .481.
That ball lifted into right center field. Coming on is the right fielder. It gives way to the center fielder, Pierce, who brings it in for the out. And that retires the side. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left for the Royals. We're through 5. Back with more in a minute. Roncalli leading 2-0 on the Roncalli Media Network.
Since 1970, Piazza Produce has grown from a single truck operation into a trusted, family-owned produce partner, bringing exceptional quality and unmatched service to the food service industry. We deliver the ingredients chefs count on. With refrigerated GPS-tracked trucks covering more than 150 cities across the Midwest, Piazza Produce ensures your kitchen never runs out because service is everything. Piazza Produce, fresh from our family to yours. Visit piazzaproduce.com.
Did you know 80% of Americans don't floss daily, risking gum disease, bad breath, and even tooth loss? At Skip Cheeseman DDS, we believe your dental health is worth protecting, from routine cleanings and wisdom tooth removal to implants and IV sedation. Dr. Cheeseman and his caring team combine experience with comfort, so you can smile with confidence. Call 317-839-2088 or visit Cheeseman.com today. Skip Cheeseman DDS, caring for smiles, caring for you, and a proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals.
Back at La Pinta Field alongside Nathaniel Finch. Rob Brown with you as we move to the 6th inning. Royals leading 2-0. And an interesting inning coming up here in the top of the sixth, Nathaniel, not just because the Royals are 6 outs away from a win. Colin Ash is sitting on 61 pitches, and the rule in the state of Indiana is if you throw between 60 and 80, you can come back on 2 days rest, which means if you're thinking and planning ahead, Ash could be available for Monday night's championship game. You go over 80, as the number 9 hitter Hoagland takes a pitch outside. You go over 80, and Ash is out of play.
Which is part of what makes that rain from a couple nights ago tough. It didn't rain on the Royals night, but the night before when Shelbyville played, because then that pushed everything back a day, so he could have pitched up to 100 pitches in game 1. Instead, he's down to 80.
Yeah, you go 81 or more, and it's a 3-day rest. Yeah.
How about this?
Or unless you get a rain out on Monday night, but that's not going to happen.
Don't be saying that kind of stuff here, Rob.
Well, it's not in the forecast, so
you
need if you saw the movie Bull Durham, you'd need a Kevin Costner rain out.
Filmed in Crawfordsville.
Where somebody sneaks in and floods the field for a day. Swing and a miss. Hoagland chased a pitch up and out.
That is the 21st.
Actually, that was Colton Pauly who was hitting there. But either way, it's a strikeout.
That is the 21st strikeout thrown by Ash in his last 2 starts. That's 12 1/3, 21 Ks. My goodness. Rob's buying everybody free pizza if he gets to 10.
Fans get free pizza in Cincinnati if the pitching staff gets to 11, but we're not doing that tonight. Mason swings and misses.
I heard you were buying at Gallagher's
tonight?
Buying
at Gallagher's tonight? Yeah. That pitch inside a ball. Well, we do have activity down the Royals bullpen, and by activity,
half the team.
I mean, Joey Ortman is standing around watching, but he is on the mound. That ball hit hard to short. Artizone backhanded, knocked it down, throws across the diamond, but the throw's too late. That's going to be an infield hit for Mason, who hit a scalding one-hopper. Artizone did a nice job to keep it in the infield, but really had, once he didn't field it initially, had no play. That's the first hit of the game for Greenwood, an infield hit by Mason with 1 out in the 6th.
And Artizone will be kicking himself because it was a makeable play. It would have been tough.
He was deep in the hole when he got it. That would have been a long throw. And that's going to be scored an error by the official scorer.
Yikes.
Oh, my.
Well, that means the no-hitter stays.
The no-hitter's still intact, but that's an
error
on Artizone.
Who's the scorer here? I think that
that's my guy, Patrick Hudspeth, one of the coaches down there that keeps the game changer.
You think the parents of Colin Ash whispered something
That ball
to him?
is hit into the gap, left center field. Treya going, and it'll one-hop the fence. Stays in the ballpark. Baker runs it down. They'll send Mason to the plate. He's in ahead of the throw, and it's a 1-run game.
All moot.
That's the first hit of the game, and it produces a run for Greenwood. It's 2-1 on the 1-out double by the center fielder, Jaden Pierce.
That one was lined as well, and now the bullpen action might ramp up a little bit more.
Yeah, off the bat, that looked like it might be leaving the ballpark. We've got Andrew McHugh and Joey Ortman getting loose in the Roncalli bullpen. Here's Carter Williams.
We talked plenty about the prowess of the big bat of Jaden Pierce, and he shows why.
And Williams hit on the shoulder. That one tailed up and got Williams high on the front shoulder, the right side. That's the second batter that Ash has hit. And the JV pitching coach, the JV staff, with the JV season being over, the JV staff is down the dugout as well. And the JV pitching coach, Matt Moore, rambling down to the Roncalli bullpen to see that the urgency is cranked up. As Ash goes to work on the cleanup hitter Newitt with 2 on and 1 in and 1 out. Royals leading 2-1 in the bottom or the top of the 6th.
On the Marion scoreboard.
Teamwork, my friend. Pitch. Lifted foul up over our heads, out of play.
Well, Newitt struck out twice, one each way. He doesn't want to do it a third time. But Ash could certainly use one of those just momentum-building outs here, whether it's via the K or putting one on the ground here that gets tossed out.
Either a strikeout or a ground ball here. The 1-1 blocked in the dirt by Cromer, 2-1.
His body language seems to have changed just ever so slightly.
A little bit.
Maybe it's just because of the runner on second. He wants to keep an extra look over there. But certainly something to keep an eye on.
Royals have 4, 5, 6 due up in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch tailed away for a ball. And I think if Newitt reaches, you'll see Brandon Worley, one of the coaches, go out and talk to Ash. Buy a little time for the bullpen. Swing and miss. Newitt was out front of that one.
McHugh also warming up back there.
Yeah, it's McHugh and, well, it was McHugh and Ortman.
McHugh
now
right
it's just
now.
McHugh, yeah. Ortman and Dane Burton are playing catch, but not with much urgency. Pitch taken on the outside corner. Strike 3, that's strikeout number 10, and the second out in the inning. A huge out. 2 away, and now Blaine Reitmeyer comes to the plate. 0 for 1 is Reitmeyer. Walked in the second and was cut down at the front end of a double play, tapped out to Ash to end the 4th. That pitch high, a ball.
Not to pile on for Newitt, but he came into this game with 19 strikeouts on the season. Now 3 more added to that ledger. But he's still nowhere near the team lead of 31.
Swing and a miss. That was some serious gas on the outside corner. And the count evens 1-1. Now Tony Vittorio will call time and come to talk to our home plate umpire, Jacob Peterson. Not really sure what this is about.
31 strikeouts in a season by a batter really is impressive. You must have that good of a bat outside of the Ks to warrant staying in the lineup that often, and here that's the case.
Well, I think what they're trying to determine
Big decision here for Coach Vittorio.
Well, he's at 80. Ash is at 80 pitches. So now Coach Vittorio has to make a decision because if Ash throws another pitch, he's unavailable for Monday and has to sit 3 days.
One that you and I had pontificated about earlier in this afternoon. Do you keep him in a close game? Because, it's win or go home. So if you bring in the bullpen and something happens in the next couple of innings, your season's over.
Well, and here's why the question's being asked, because the rule is you can't throw more than 120 pitches. But if you're at 120, you can finish the at-bat, and then you have to be pulled. We saw that in the extra inning game with Perry Meridian, where the Falcons starter got to 120 in extras, finished the at-bat, and then had to be replaced. But that rule does not apply to the intermediate points on the scale. So I think Tony Vittorio is asking if Ash finishes this batter, does he stay beneath the 80 or does he go over? And the ruling is, to my knowledge, that he goes over.
Yeah, and obviously the point is to protect these high school athletes from, throwing 100 pitches every other night. So it seems plain and simple in that regard that, once you hit the 80, then you move to the next threshold, and they're going to let him stay in.
So Ash will stay in the game. 1-1 the count to Reitmeyer, 2 on, 2 outs.
I like this decision.
Pitch gets away from Cromer, throw down to third, the tag applied, he's safe. Oh, that was a close play.
Where's the instant replay button here on our broadcast?
That was a bang-bang play at third. Pierce got a late break on the ball. But Pierce in ahead of the tag. Swing and a miss. Ash digging in.
I like this decision from Coach Vittorio for 2 reasons. A, you are clearly telling your team, hey, I'm not looking ahead to Monday. It's win or go home. We're worried about this game and nothing else.
That pitch in the dirt, and the count goes full.
And B, you look at the other guys in this starting, pitching rotation. I mean, they've got some dogs at 2, 3, and 4. So he's trusting the rest of his starters, and he's saying, guys, we're not looking ahead.
Ball tapped back up the middle. Artizone challenges. It's an infield hit, and he's safe, and the game's tied. That ball was chopped over Ash's head. So now Artizone had to charge and make a play, coming in from deep short. And the infield hit by Reitmeyer's tied the game. Pierce comes home from third. Williams goes to third.
And the bullpen's on the way.
And the Royals will make a pitching change. We'll step out, take a break, come back, tell you all about it next on the Roncalli Media Network.
At Vision Quest Eye Care, we want to see what you see. For more than 25 years, we've offered eye exams for the whole family and care for a range of eye diseases and conditions. Pick out your glasses and sunglasses in our stunning new optical shop staffed with friendly faces. Visit us at our Greenwood and Fishers offices and schedule your visit at visionquesteyecare.com. That's visionquesteyecare.com. We want to see what you see.
Are you looking for a company that cares about meeting your financial needs? Werner Financial is the place for you. Our owner, Jason Werner, is a proud Roncalli member of the class of 2005 and has extensive knowledge and experience ensuring your investments are customized to fit your goals. The Werner Financial team is one that works for you and will handle your assets with precision and confidence. Our goal is for you to not only feel secure in your finances, but also to see real growth. Visit wernerfinancial.com to set up your meeting today and get started on your
Well, Andrew McHugh, the new pitcher, only Royal pitcher who has made all of his appearances in relief. This is McHugh's, actually I take that back. This is his 11th appearance, 9th in relief. His last outing was a start here on senior night.
It was not supposed to be a complete game, but it ended up being.
Being a 5-inning game, and McHugh pitched a 5-inning, 2-hit shutout, striking out 4.
I think the plan for that one, Rob, you and I were here for it, was, hey, let the senior come out and pitch 2 innings, and then we'll get him out. And he was just shoving. So now you wonder, does he continue that momentum from senior day? And we'll see what he does here.
So defensive changes for the Royals. Ash has gone from the pitching mound to center field.
Now playing center field for Roncalli, number 7, Colin Ash.
That's got to be a gut punch, though, to Tony Vittorio. You make the decision to keep your starter and Ash in and let him go over the 80 threshold. Then a couple pitches later, you got to yank him. So now he can't pitch on Monday, and he's now out for the rest of this one.
So runners at the corners. The game is tied, 2 away. Here's Ian Grismore. Pitch taken, a strike. Other defensive changes for the Royals. Luke Baker has gone from left field to third base.
Now playing third base for Roncalli, Luke Baker.
And Carrington Pitts has gone from right to left.
Now playing left field, Carrington Pitts.
Does that mean
that ball's chopped off the front foot of the batter?
That put Rader over it.
And Luke Rader is in right. Yeah.
And now playing right field for Roncalli.
His normal spot.
His normal spot.
The temperature's dropped. It is now cool and comfortable.
Yeah, it feels great.
Under the lights.
McHugh ahead in the count, 0-2. Runner goes without a throw. Down to second base.
Last thing you want to try to throw out the guy trailing and miss the throw, and now you're down.
Grismore calls time.
The advantage here for McHugh is righty on righty, so he can throw some breaking stuff away, especially ahead in the count, 0-2.
0-2 pitch, 2 on, 2 outs. Here it comes. Swing and a miss.
Why not? Why not put it down the middle, Rob?
McHugh gets the strikeout, but Greenwood gets 2 critical runs to tie the game on 2 hits in the inning. There was a Royal error and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. New game tied at 2 on the Roncalli Media Network.
About buying or selling land? Maybe a hunting paradise, some productive farmland, or a cozy home with some elbow room? Then look no further than Bill and Jay Miner, your Whitetail Properties land specialists. These Roncalli alums know West Central and South Central Indiana like the back of their hands. Don't wait. Call Bill and Jay today at 317-446-9500 or at 317-370-2422 or visit their agent profiles at whitetailproperties.com.
This
Broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Roncalli Media Network. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or any other use of this presentation without the express written consent of Roncalli High School is prohibited. Thank you for watching on the Roncalli Media Network.
So Greenwood plates 2 in the 6th to tie the game at 2. First 2 hits in the game came for Greenwood in that inning as well, but they stranded 2 runners in scoring position. Now the Royals will come out, look to break the tie here in the bottom of the 6th. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Royals. Aiden Hartman, Luke Rader, Luke Baker. Hartman with the 2-run double has accounted for both Royal runs tonight. Andrew McHugh coming on in relief with 2 outs to strike out Ian Grismore to end the inning and extinguish the fire, as it were. Baker takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1.
Is this not similar to how this game was about a month ago when these two teams played here? We were tied late in the game, and then the Royals put up, a 7 spot to break a 3-3 tie?
In the bottom of the 5th.
Need some big hits here, some timely hitting can make or break a season, and right now it's win or go home these next couple of innings.
Royals have scored at least 5 runs in the last 4 games. Scored in double figures the last 2. Baker hits this one high into left field, and it'll hang up, though, as Jarbo's able to retreat and make the catch about 10 feet in front of the fence and left for the out one away. Actually, that was Aiden Hartman, beg your pardon. That wasn't Baker. That was Aiden Hartman, who flies out to left. Now here's Luke Rader. Luke's 0 for 2.
On a 6-game hit streak, so he certainly has been hot of late. It's not often that he's going to be 0 for 2 in this instance, so look for a hit here.
Check swing, tipped into the glove of the catcher, knew it. Rader hit a scalding ground ball to shortstop that Mason made a spinning play to field and throw across the diamond for the final out. That's a breaking ball in the 3rd. That's a breaking ball that Rader swings over the top of.
We're getting near the 80-pitch mark here for Reitmeyer, so eventually you got to think that the lineup can get back to him again. But so far, these last couple of innings have been his best. Since he allowed the 2 spot in the 3rd, he's really locked in these last 2 innings.
Yeah, since allowing the 2-run double by Hartman.
8 of the last 9.
Yeah, retired 8 out of 9 with a walk, the only blip there. That one hits Rader in the shoulder. Oh, my. Luke looked a little bit like he was swimming in the deep water in that at bat, and frankly, Reitmeyer bailed him out by hitting him.
3rd hit batter today from Reitmeyer. That is certainly not what he was looking for, especially with a righty-on-righty action. You want that one away from the plate when you're trying to get guys to chase. You have all the advantage in the world as a pitcher in that scenario, and he does not take advantage of that setup.
Now here's Luke Baker, who has an infield hit and hit a ball to the warning track. And that ball is hit hard into left field. That's a base hit. First pitch swinging. Luke Baker was ready and lines one into left. 1 out in the inning, and the go-ahead run stands at 2nd. In Luke Rader, Luke Baker at 1st. Here's Dominic Cromer.
Talked about guys that elevate in high-pressure situations. Cromer just north of 300, his batting average. With guys in scoring position, 323. He's done a good job in his first season of, just playing one tick better when you have these pressure situations like he does right now, especially late in the game. This is a big spot.
Andy Bass calls time to come out and talk to Reitmeyer.
This temperature continues to drop. It is a beautiful night here at La Pinta Field.
Well, there's not been any bullpen activity for Greenwood. So if Bass is going to make a change, it's going to be somebody currently in the game. Well,
that's the thing is the majority of these pitchers, they might only have one guy that comes out of the pen that does not typically play in the field.
Yeah, that's Tate Ritter. He's the only pitcher-only player of the Woodmen who have jumped on the mound this year.
So we very well might see a guy like Jarbo come in from left field and pitch, or a guy like Pierce come from center field.
He started the regular season game.
Yeah.
But Reitmeyer will stay in as Bass has said what he needed to say with his infield and battery at the mound, and now he'll head back to the first base dugout while Andy Bass and Dominic Cromer will stand in for the Royals as Roncalli has runners at first and second, one out. We're tied at 2 in the bottom of the 6th in this sectional first-round contest. Winner plays Indian Creek tomorrow at 4:30.
On the Marion scoreboard.
Cromer takes a pitch down. Appreciate that pickup, partner. Carrington Pitts waits on deck. Cromer hits one to second. To shortstop. On to first, double play.
Man.
Greenwood's out of the inning. And we head to the 7th, all tied up. 2-2 our score, 6-4-3 the double play. 2-2 on the Marion University scoreboard and the Roncalli Media Network.
Your vision from concept to creation. At Gemco Constructors, we're your one-stop partner in commercial construction, from mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems to building automation and post-project service. We deliver projects on time, on budget, and built to last. Innovation, safety, and service. Proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals. Visit wearegemco.com today. Gemco, building your vision. Concept to creation.
A confident smile can change everything, and at Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, they make that transformation fun, affordable, and easy. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, their expert team helps kids, teens, and adults feel proud of their smile every step of the way. With their convenient Southside location, Dr. Todd Hickman and his team have served our community for over 40 years. Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, transforming smiles, transforming lives. Proud supporter of Roncalli and Roncalli Athletics.
Totals through 6. Greenwood, 2 runs, 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. Roncalli, 2 runs, 3 hits. An error and 5 left. We head to the top of the 7th, all tied up. Back with the play-by-play, Nathaniel Finch.
Andrew McHugh back on the mound after he came in relief of Colin Ash to strike out his last batter. That was Ian Grismore. Now Parker Jarbo as the final countdown plays here at La Pinta Field. But Rob, something tells me this might not be the final countdown. This feels like one that could really prolong into the night. As hot as these two teams are playing right now, as tightly contested, as much tension as there is. Here we go, top of the 7th, 2-2 our ball game. Jarbo, the left-hander, steps into the box and awaits the first pitch. Swings and misses. Nice one from McHugh. Talked about how well he has played his last handful of times up to the mound. The senior will look to continue that and extend his career. Showing the barrel, pulling it back, outside, ball 1.
Yeah, with that strikeout to end the previous inning, McHugh has 27 strikeouts against just 5 walks.
That is incredible. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit into shallow left field for a base hit. And to lead off the top of the 7th, the lead-taking run stands on first.
Number 30, Parker Cook.
Parker Cook, the designated hitter, is 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. McHugh wants to make it a trio.
Just the 3rd hit of the game for Greenwood.
He'll ask for a new ball.
Royals also have 3 hits. Greenwood did not get their first hit of the game until there was 1 out in the 6th inning.
Here's the windup from the senior reliever. Breaking ball into the zone, just barely hits that bottom far corner. And there is strike 1. And still, through now 6 innings, less runs scored in this contest than your Canadians have allowed through 2 periods. Here's McHugh, right down the middle for strike 2.
And Dane Burton is down in the Roncalli bullpen, just getting his arms loose in case this maybe leaks into an 8th or a 9th inning.
McHugh with the 0-2, righty on righty action. He gets a swing and a miss, just like he ended the 6th inning. Now we've got an out in a 2-2 game. Jarbo on first. It brings up Damian Hoagland.
This is Colton Dalton. Colton Dawley is batting.
Dolly sees this first pitch miss the zone, the left-handed batter.
Yeah, Colton Pauly actually came in and hit for Hoagland in the 6th and struck out to begin the inning.
This one finds the zone, and now it's 1-1. That was the 9th of 10 strikeouts that Ash threw, but then he allows a couple of runs. It brings in McHugh, who has dazzled so far. Big swing and another miss. McHugh smells blood. Here's the 1-2 with an out. Top of the 6th, tied up 2-2 in the first round of 3A Sectional 28. The offering swung on. It's another miss. How about that? 3 Ks and 4 batters for Andrew McHugh. And now the lineup card flips. What's in store for Eli Mason? 0 for 1. He has scored a run, reached on an error in the 6th. What very well could have been called a base hit.
Pauly got to 2 strikes, choked up on the bat, and he still could not catch up to that 2-strike fastball from McHugh.
Jarbo stands on first. Another one just blazes right by the swing, and it's 0-1.
In case you're wondering, the Royals will have 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of the 7th. Pitts, Jack Kreiner, and the leadoff man, Colin Ash.
Here's the leadoff man for Greenwood, Eli Mason. Righty on righty. Here's the 0-1, and it's outside of the zone and a hair low. I mentioned a couple of times here where the right-handed pitcher McHugh against a right-handed batter could throw it away and try to get him to chase. He's gone just high heat right down the middle every time. The 1-1 from the senior. That one just barely misses the outside corner, makes it 2-1.
Yeah, that was in the same location.
The corner infielders playing close to their bags. And the middle infielders close to second base. Here's the 2-1. Dealing outside, ball 3. McHugh in unfamiliar territory here. The count's 3-1. First round of sectional action. One of these two teams will head home for the final time this year, and McHugh steps off just for a moment. Wants to make sure it's not his team, especially considering the Royals are hosting this entire sectional tournament through Monday. The 3-1 with 2 outs, 2-2, and it misses for ball 4.
Just the 6th walk issued this year by McHugh in 20 1/3 innings.
Jaden Pierce broke up Ash's no-hitter and got the scoring started with a RBI double last inning up. Now he'll try to stay hot. The team's best bat awaits with 2 runners on now and 2 outs. Top of the 7th, 2-2 the score on the Marion scoreboard. McHugh, breaking ball, finds that outside corner for strike number 1.
Wow. It's a great pitch to start the at-bat. Working ahead in the count.
Jarbo on second after the leadoff single. Walked to first as Mason. Here's one hit high, foul territory, playable. No, it's not. It lands just a foot or 2 past the right field fence. So we'll have an 0-2 now for McHugh. He could strike out and end the top of the 7th here if he digs in against the right-handed Pierce.
Interesting to see what Tony Vittorio, who calls the pitches from the dugout, what he'll go with here.
Pierce with 13 strikeouts on the season. Here's the 0-2. McHugh deals. Hit, nubbed into shallow left field. The run arounds. The break-even score is in. Steps on the plate. The throw in front. It is 3-2 Greenwood with a chance to pull off an upset. Just 11-14 on the season, Greenwood, but they know you throw the records out in the postseason, and that's what they have done tonight. 3 runs in the 6th and 7th so far. McHugh had an 0-2 count with 2 outs, and we see just a little nubber into the left field, shallow grass.
Well, both of the hits in this inning for Greenwood have been just little fisted bloops in the short left field that have dropped in between the retreating shortstop and the charging left fielder.
Garbo scores from second. That leaves Mason, the speedy shortstop, 90 feet away. And it'll bring up Carter Williams. 0 for 2 today, a pair of Ks, hit by pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled right back into Cromer's face mask, and it's 0-2.
Fouled off of Cromer's helmet.
In similar position as last batter. No balls, 2 strikes for McHugh, who already has 3 Ks today. But with a runner in scoring position, it's Mason on third. Pierce over on first. Here it is. Tried to steal, did Pierce, but it goes off the tip of the bat, fouled straight back for Williams. Stays 0-2. You might as well just let Williams walk over to second. No reason to try to throw him out there.
Yeah, they're not going to throw down if Pierce wants to go again to second.
The thought for McHugh is, let me just throw this batter out, and we'll move on and see if the bats can salvage this one. Here is he literally walks over to second. Here it is, inside pitch, ball 1.
That'll be what is known as defensive indifference, allowing Pierce to head to second.
The 1-2 for the senior right-handed pitcher. Swing and a miss. We end the top of the 7th inning, but the damage done for the Woodmen. They lead by a run. Do the Royals have anything left? We find out after this. 8-9-1 due for the host Roncalli Royals. Back in a moment with Rob Brown. I'm Nathaniel Finch on the Roncalli Media Network.
Greenwood Vision Care, your vision is our priority. Dr. Olivia Yankee, Roncalli alum class of 2009, and her team treats you like family with expert eye exams, stylish frames, and personalized care. No rush, no hassle, just friendly service and sharp vision. Isn't it time you saw clearly and felt confident? Call Greenwood Vision Care today at 317-653-5872 to schedule your appointment. Greenwood Vision Care, where eye care feels like home.
Harding Porman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding Porman.
The starter for Greenwood is done for tonight. His line, 6 innings, 2 runs allowed, both earned 3 hits, 1 strikeout and 2 walks. And Jaden Pierce will come on and try and close out the game.
Here's the new defense with Reitmeyer moving over to second base, his normal position. Pierce, the previous center fielder, on the mound. Williams, the previous first baseman, goes to Pierce's spot in center. Newitt, the catcher, now over to first. Gismore, the second baseman, over now behind the dish. So nobody leaves the game that was in, but everybody moves around like the Ferris wheel that's set up over at St. Jude. And if it's not closed yet, it's about to. The season numbers for the new pitcher and Pierce. He has been spectacular. A 2.81 ERA. This is his 9th appearance, 32 1/3 pitched, 23 runs allowed, just 13 of them earned, and 42 strikeouts. Just shy of the team's lead in that category. The score is 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Royals up to the plate, and if they don't score at least a tally, then their season ends. Pressure could not be higher.
Royals need a run to extend it. 8-9-1 due up.
Carrington Pitts is 0 for 2. A pair of hard-hit liners, both just a foot or two away from being hits. He wants one here to lead off. The bottom of the 7th. Trailing by 1 run here on the Marion scoreboard. At home, sectional 28, round 1. First pitch from Pierce, well off. Clocked with some big heat, but it misses by about a foot and a half. The 1-0. Big kick, just a hair off the plate, now 2-0.
Pierce was the starter when these teams played back on April 20th. Went 6 innings, allowed 4 runs, 3 earned, 7 hits, struck out 7, and walked 4 and took the loss in the Royals' 10-6 win.
The big kick, this one off the plate, and now it is 3-0. He has yet to find a strike as Pierce.
Boy, Pierce is so juiced up, he's not even anywhere near the strike zone. The adrenaline is on 11, as it were. Need to dial it back a little bit.
Got a feeling this bat won't even leave Pitts' shoulder. Here's the 3-0. And this one does, right down the middle, find the strike zone. So now a 3-1 count for Carrington Pitts. Pitts leading off, bottom of the 7th. Here's another one. He swings and misses. Count runs to full. And Pierce has certainly figured it out. Pitts, the St. Francis signee, on a 3-game hit streak. Here he goes. The payoff. Left alone, framed, and just a hair out of the zone. It's a leadoff walk. Pitts tries to make it haunt. He's over to first for free, and that was as close as you're going to get for a payoff.
That was a great at-bat by Carrington Pitts to work that walk. We'll see if Tony Vittorio puts the bunt on with the 9-hitter Jack Kreiner at the plate.
Kreiner will. He shows his barrel before the ball leaves the hand. He'll pull it back off the plate for ball one. And Pitts, you could tell, amped up with a big lead over at first. He'll head back.
When you have to think Pierce is stealing a look at the on-deck circle with Colin Ash over there, still looking for his first hit of the night.
Leverett comes in from his third base position. Bunt laid down the first base line, and it rolls foul by the time Newitt gets to it. So the count now 1-1. And the only infielder charging was Leverett at third base. It left the shortstop Mason to fill in 2 positions. But with a guy on first, it forced Newitt to stay put. Here's the 1-1. Pierce, the right-hander for Greenwood. Roncalli with the tying run at first, the winning run, showing his barrel. He pulls it back. It goes low for ball 2.
Kreiner looked that one all the way into the catcher's glove. You've got to force Pierce to come to the strike zone, as wild as he's been to start this inning.
The left foot flies. Here's the kick. It's in for a bunt, but it goes down the first base line, and this time quite a bit further, about 4 yards foul.
That was a tough pitch to bunt way off the outside corner. Kreiner really had to reach out to get it. Tough to keep that fair.
The 2-2 for a guy who hasn't seen a ton of varsity action this season. What can he do? With no outs and a runner on first. Throw, slide over to first, in time. The pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Pitts back in. And now Kreiner awaits the break-even pitch. Kreiner again shows to bunt. This one down. It is a successful bunt. Throw over to first in time, just barely. The Stones to bunt on a pitch with 2 strikes, but it moves Pitts over to scoring position, which was the goal for Colin Ash, who is today 0 for 3 this season on a tear. He now has a chance to extend his senior career. With a runner in scoring position, Ash comes up this season in this situation.
And first base is open. Greenwood wants nothing to do with pitching to Ash.
He is hitting .585 with runners in scoring position, and they do not want to see him in that situation. So now Sam Kreiner, the freshman, with an out, down a run. 2 guys on, 1 on second, and Pitts and Ash, a free trip to first.
That is a bold move, putting the winning run on first base.
Especially with the speed that Ash has. If this one's hit to the warning track, he's got a chance to come home.
Big spot for the freshman, Sam Kreiner.
Pierce, another big kick. This one grazes the bottom third of the zone, and that's strike 1.
Should be mentioned the Royals were down 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th last year in the sectional opener. Got the 2 to tie, and then won it in the 8th.
It's against Shelbyville in that one. Here's the 0-1. Pierce deals, breaking ball in the zone, swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Pierce feeling it. Kreiner, the freshman, in trouble. 0 for 1 today. Pair of walks did come around to score, but he wants a little more here. With 2 guys on, Pitts on second and Ash on first. He'll agree with a pitch. Here comes Pierce. Throws it down the plate. Outside for ball 1. Frame job attempted, but this one clearly just a hair outside. The tension could be cut with your fingernail. A ball and 2 strikes for Sam Kreiner, the freshman, with 1 out. Here we go. Off the plate, breaking ball misses by a foot. 2-2. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2.
Gio Artizone on deck.
And boy, would the Royals love to get him on with the bases loaded. Or better. Bottom of the 7th, gut check time. 1 out, down by a run the Royals. Kreiner awaits. Check swing, left alone, count runs to full.
What a great job by Sam Kreiner to work this at bat back to full as after he was down 0-2 to start the at bat.
He has the presence, Rob, of a senior. At 14 or 15 years old, he awaits. Pierce, the payoff. It's low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the best hitter in the Royals lineup.
That's the second big-time at-bat of this inning, as Pitts was also down in the count, worked it back to a walk, and now with 1 out, and you've got him loaded and Gio Artizone at the plate. And there's nowhere to put Artizone. You cannot intentionally walk him like they did with Ash. Boy,
3 walks so far this inning for Pierce. Artizone up. 4-8-1 with runners in scoring position. Dribbles this one. It's chopped down the left field line foul. An outfield base hit will end the contest.
Yeah, you've got the fastest player on the team in Ash at second base.
0-1 now after the foul ball with 1 out. Down by a run. They could end it here. They could tie it 90 feet away. This one hit to the shortstop. Diving. It's out. Here's the throw in from the left fielder. This game will be extended. Not won quite yet as Artizone finds his way to first. Ash hangs up at third. And that puts Pitts across the plate as the game's 6th run. We're tied 3-3.
Now, Artizone delivered with his first hit of the game. And now 1 out and Aiden Hartman at the dish and a chance to win it.
And even though he's been on a bit of a slump, Artizone, you knew he's the guy you went up to the plate.
Absolutely.
After 3 walks, loaded the bases. Now here's the situation of a deep fly out will end the contest with the speedy Ash 90 feet away. 1 out. 3-3. Bottom of the 7th. The Royals looking to extend their season. Here's the kick and the throw. This one hit. If it's down, the game's over. It is. The catch cannot be made. The throw tossed up in the air like a rag doll, and this game is over. Roncalli charges into the outfield. The entire team chases after Aiden Hartman with the RBI single to end it. 4-3 the final.
The second straight season, the Royals have scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Last year, it was a chance to tie. This year, it's a walk-off winner, and the Royals survive, and they'll play here tomorrow at 4:30 against Indian Creek. What a ball game.
And they chase Aiden Hartman all the way to the St. Jude parking lot and tackle him out there as the Royals escape this one. They put up a 2 spot in the bottom of the 7th to continue their bid, trying to win a home sectional. This one was hairy. This is as good of a game as you're going to get, but the Royals walk it off. How about that? Let's step aside. It's time for the Piazza Produce post-game show. We're going to name our player of the game right after this on the Roncalli Media Network. The Royals win 4-3 the final.
Tonight, our Royals played as a team, but one athlete clearly gave us a sign of greatness. And who better to help spotlight this standout performance than Business Art Designs, the experts in making big moments impossible to miss. With over 35 years of experience, they know how to make excellence stand out. From temporary signs to lasting displays, they bring every message to life. Congrats to this week's Roncalli Royals Player of the Game.
Error Winning pitcher was McHugh.
Welcome back here at Roncalli High School. The Royals walk it off against Greenwood. First round of 3A Sectional 28. As good of a ball game as you will see. What a way to spend a Friday night with Rob Brown. I'm Nathaniel Finch as we watch Roncalli come back down a run after allowing 3 in the final 2 innings. The Bats get it done, and it is Aiden Hartman, your Business Art Designs player of the game. And Rob, this one was an easy one to name. Hartman with a pair of hits, including a 2-run double in the third to get the scoring started. And why not? You hit the walk-off for your 3rd RBI, and you win the game for your team, and you get tackled way out in left field.
Well, I think what you love to see most is the senior, Colin Ash, was put in a position to deliver. First base was open, so he was walked. But then your 2 juniors in the 3 and 4 hole, Gio Artizone and Aiden Hartman, they come through in the clutch and deliver these 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th, and the Royals live to fight another day.
It was a high fly ball that was hit into shallow left field, and Jarbo came up charging, and it just dropped, Rob, 6 inches in front of his glove. It was as close as you could get. The thing is, if he made the catch, it was going to have to be an outstanding on-target throw to the plate and a good tag to keep the game from ending anyway. So you can't throw too much on Jarbo's shoulders there, not being able to make the catch. That was just an outstanding piece of hitting at the right time for Aiden Hartman. And a game when the Royals didn't have as many hits as they typically do. It's a team that averages 10 a game, and they had half that tonight, but they had them at the right times.
Yeah, 5 hits tonight, and 2 of them came in the 7th. But Royals found a way to get it done with a walk-off win here on the home field. Let's take a look at the totals before we talk about tomorrow's setup. Nathaniel will run that down for you here in a second. Greenwood, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 6 left. Royals with 2 in the 7th, finished with 4 runs, 5 hits, an error, and 8 left. Andrew McHugh gets the win in relief. He's a perfect 4-0. Jaden Pierce, in a relief effort for Greenwood, takes the loss. He's now 1-4. Time of the game, 1 hour and 52 minutes in front of a robust crowd of 236. And we will be back here with you in less than 24 hours.
Game 1 of tomorrow's action, the semifinals of this beautiful 3A Sectional 28 from Roncalli, Shelbyville and New Pal, and what should be a great game there. Shelbyville throwing their Kentucky commit in their first-round game. Hope to have them for the sectional championship there. That means their number 2 has to go against New Pal, who gets a game off. That should be a good one at 2:30. This game, Roncalli and Indian Creek, is to follow. It is set for 4:30, Rob. If we were betting men, we know exactly.
More like 5:15.
That one is going to be likely starting a little bit later with, of course, field preparations. And if the first game takes about 2 hours is what these games usually take. So we will have that coverage for you, Rob and I. It is set to start at 4:30. We will be ready if so, and if not, we'll be standing by and ready to bring it to you right around, like you said, 5:15 maybe. But, boy, did we have a good one tonight. The Royals play 2 in the 3rd, and they hold a 2-0 lead for the majority of the game. We thought this is just Colin Ash pitch and catch to Cromer, and let's get out of here. Instead, 2 score in the top of the 6th for Greenwood. Then they get the go-ahead run in the top of the 7th. That puts all the pressure in the world to the Royals, who, by all means, is the 6th-ranked team in the class, 19-5. Had a lot of pressure coming into this game to take care of business, and they did just that, just maybe not in the fashion that we would have thought.
Well, in the process, the Royals improved their all-time postseason record against Greenwood to 7-0. And 2 straight years, the Royals have knocked Greenwood out of the tournament. Last year, it was the sectional semifinal at New Pal. Tonight, it's here on the home field at La Pinta. Tomorrow's game will be the first ever postseason matchup between Roncalli and Indian Creek. We'll look forward to it.
And that one will bring to you right around 4:30 Eastern right here on YouTube, the same way you watch right now. Piazza Produce brings you the postgame show. Family-owned and trusted in Indianapolis since 1970, a leading distributor of the freshest produce, specialty items, proteins, and more, delivering exceptional quality across the Midwest. That is Piazza Produce. A big thank you to Jockish Flowers for your support of Roncalli Athletics and the rest of our sponsors who you have not yet heard from. That includes the Coin Index, Gemco Constructors, Gorman Bunch Orthodontics, Greenwood Vision, Harding Poorman Print and Brand, Indiana Members Credit Union, Indiana Physical Therapy, And last but not least, Werner Financial with Rob Brown. I'm Nathaniel Finch. Until tomorrow, Indian Creek, Roncalli. Be there or listen here on the Roncalli Media Network.